Anyway, so you're living your life. You go see the stingers, and what's going on when you see the stingers? Well, you're watching somebody throw a ball or hit a ball or stuff like that. Then you go home, you watch TV maybe, or read a book, or you go for a walk, you walk your dog, you eat dinner, all these activities that fill the mind. But what is the thing itself that holds these things? And how is it that it could hold this 1 minute and then this the next minute? What quality is it of that thing that allows it to be able to hold, sustain, be anything that comes in front of it? We say like an empty mirror. And that is emptiness. We call that emptiness. The mind is empty. That emptiness is the real you. See, otherwise, you're the stingers, or you're a glass of water, or you're the TV program. I'm, by the way, speaking of which, I am in mourning. My favorite TV show got canceled yesterday. I mentioned it was John from Cincinnati. It was too good for anyway. So, so you watch John from Cincinnati. It's about God and surfing, and you're there, right? I've been there. It's Imperial Beach. It's right between San Diego and Mexico. But there's this thing that holds all these experiences. So clarity is understanding that really you are the thing that holds the experiences. Now that's tough. Because that doesn't bother you to be that. What does bother you is the other part of life, which is that you're not that thing, that you have an identity, that your friends hate you, you're losing your job, you're getting older and sicker, and you're going to die soon, which has nothing to do with the empty clarity of the mind. Okay, so the whole practice is one thing, to put together the empty clarity called enlightenment with the daily life of you. To make those two things one. To make the understanding that becomes increasingly clearer merge with the understanding of daily life. And Maizumi Roshi used to call that to close the gap between what you understand and what you see every day in your life. Now, in the beginning, the way, and this is really what I want to talk about today, now that I got there. In the beginning, the way you try to close the gap, I think we're all human, is we try to identify strongly with the clear, empty, big, or one mind, and say, I'm really that, and I'm not all this other nonsense that's going on, breaking up with my boyfriend, dying. That doesn't work. Now perhaps, if you could sit alone in a cave in Tibet, as some people have, and do that without any action every day, you could do that perhaps, and sort of disappear into the absolute. Perhaps. I don't know why one would want to do that even. I think you'd have to be imbalanced as a human being to want not to experience all this lovely suffering that is life. See? And in that is the answer, or a way to practice to integrate the two, which is that we need to start looking at the bad side of life as something that we don't wish to avoid. Now, as soon as the bad side of life becomes something that you don't wish to avoid, it gets into the category more with the one mind. Of something you want, something you're not resisting, something that you're looking at as your practice, something you're looking at as your life. You're saying this thing that was born, the one mind, that was generated by circumstances into this life to become Daniel or whoever, and Daniel are the same thing. Therefore, I don't reject all the sadness, transitoriness, emptiness, upset of life. My practice is to accept that too, to not be in resistance. It is the only way to transform it. Now we have other ways, and I want to discuss them, to transform it, but they don't work well.